So for this part, we added green, sap green, and some cobalt blue for this part, a bit of black to push it back, so we can, when we put when we paint the flowers and the pots, we can see it, we can see them. Then what I did is I'm mixing now sap green, cobalt blue, raw umber, and lots of white, and I'm going to put it here in this area here. So we're still in the same kind of colors, but a little bit different. Let's take a little bit of burnt umber. And put it just here. And at the bottom, I like to paint the bottom of any architectural detail I'm doing slightly darker. Not much, a bit. Just a bit of a dark color. And also, let's take that, same, raw umber, bless you, and put it here. Put it here. So now, let's bring some of that. So right here, we have a really nice kind of soft mint green. It will go with the rest of the painting, the background, and slightly darker at the bottom because we added a little bit of raw umber. Okay. I think I missed part. Right here. Okay, that would really look nice. This green with the terracotta pots that we're going to put there. Right. All right. That's looking good. So for the figure, or the face, I usually use Winsor & Newton burnt sienna, because I like it has orange in it, a bit of orange, and white. This is for the small, like this is really tiny. There are, it's simple. So burnt sienna, white, and burnt umber for the darks. But if you don't have burnt sienna with Winsor & Newton, you can use red, cadmium red light. I usually put, I'm trying to, this is cadmium red light, a bit of yellow ochre, and white. And you will get a skin tone. And it really depends on what skin tone you want. If you want it darker, you want it lighter, you want it more different kind of background skin tone. So this is approximately the same. It's like burnt sienna, Winsor & Newton burnt sienna, and white. Sorry, oh God, you can't see it. Jeez. Okay, here we go. So what I did is I mixed cadmium red light, yellow ochre, and you can tip the color to more pink, more yellow, and white. And you can add as much white as you want, and that will give you a skin tone. That's very simple. That's a simple solution for small paintings like face and hands and small. And if you want to make it darker, you could use a bit of burnt umber, or actually some artists use cobalt blue. If you mix cobalt blue with this color, it will turn it kind of more brownish. But I use burnt umber because it's not a big painting. It's small. It's really, really small. So anyway, I'm going to put burnt sienna in here. Okay. White, I have white there already. I'm going to put a bit of burnt umber because I might need to darken a bit certain areas. Okay, my burnt sienna is actually kind of orangey. You're seeing more brown in there, but it's more orange. Okay, white, burnt sienna, and white. Mid-tone. I go for mid-tone. I don't go for darks or lights. It's just middle, in the middle. Because I need to highlight. Okay, so I'm going to start putting color. Let me take a bit of brown in here because it's turning to orange. It will dry darker.
Excuse me. Making me sneeze today.
You're sneezing?
Yes, I think it's the air.
Yeah.
The trees think it's spring, they're starting to flower.
Yeah, well, definitely buds on the trees for sure.
Okay, that looks good to me. First layer. Now I'm gonna use this as a guideline for me to see where to highlight. It doesn't have to be 100% the same. Just kind of, and it's not going to be 100% the same. This is, we're talking miniature here. Very small painting in here, like very, very small size. Okay, so this is kind of, again, not the highest highlight. And let's see. Okay, so the first thing I do is I go for the nose. Nose usually the first I put a highlight right there. Now I'm gonna go for the face, leaving between the nose and the face right there some space darker. Highlight underneath the nose, the upper lip, and then her chin. And this is going to dry darker, and then after it dries darker, I enhance the highlight. I go for more. Okay. All right. Okay, so a little bit of highlight where the forehead is, and then I'm going to put highlight eyelids. Now, in between the nose and this highlight where of the face, there's a space in there, and the best thing to do is go a little bit darker with your skin tone at this point. So this nose is highlighted more over here in the middle, and then on the sides it's a little bit darker, usually a little bit darker. This is good. Okay, now let's put some highlights here. Let's take white, add some white. Oh my, jeez, that is hard. Ooh. Okay, good. It's working, I think. All right, let's put a bit of highlights on her neck, but not all the way to not all the way up. Oh, this is too much. Too much. Okay, let's go darken a bit. Darken here. Better. And what I'm going to do is take some burnt umber, just burnt umber, and go negative space. Dark here. And that will shape the neck. All right. Good. Now, let's take same. And now I look at it and I assess where it needs to be highlighted or darkened or adjust my values. I think you should highlight this part a bit. That's nicer, much better. Okay. I'm just playing with the values in here right now. I'm adding a little bit of burnt umber with the skin tone color. So if you have a good drawing of the face, all you have to do is just look at the darks and lights, where the dark is and where the light is, and that will give you a very good clue where to put your highlights. I'll put the smile back on her face. Took the smile. All right, let's do that. Now, let's let it dry. Then I'll come back to it. Fix the mouth, and I'm going to let it dry for now. Meanwhile, what I'm going to do is take a bit of highlights and move on to the arm and hand. And let's take a bit of burnt umber with the skin tone. So we can put burnt umber at the bottom part. So her arm, bottom part should be a little bit darker. Okay, let's go back to the hand. Now, I'm doing it very simple because it's too far. The shape, I'm going to highlight. I'm not worried about the fingers right now. But I do want the fingers to be slightly darker here, because that will show this kind of a little bit of a dark. It's going to show like she's bending her fingers a bit. You don't have to put it. You could put just straight. Now I'm going to highlight again and put some highlights right here. And again. Now I'm going to start highlighting hand. The fingers are too dark. They're drying a bit too dark. So I'm going to soften this dark color. See, Maybe you can put thumb or thumb. Maybe. Oh. All right. I'll do it when I put the vase, because I can't see right now. Okay, let's do a little bit again of brown. So you see, when you put the brown at the bottom, it makes the arm slimmer. The highlight on the hand is not straight, it's on an angle. And we're going to highlight a little bit more the arm. Wider highlight here, wider, narrower, and then narrower up here. Otherwise it'll be the same shape everywhere, and it's not. The wrist is narrower. So, all right, that's good. All right. I'm finding that this is a little bit too dark, so this is acrylics, it dries darker. So I'm just gonna soften a bit that dark in here. All right, that's good. All right, for the arm that's in the back, it's darker. There's nothing, there's just see a hint of it, and that's it. Really don't have to worry about this part. Okay. Let's put some hair on her head. So let's take brown. I have burnt umber here. I might put black, a bit of black with this, because the background is brown already. Yeah, definitely it needs black. Yep. All right. You need some black in there. All right. Now, let's see. I'm going to keep it really simple. Not fuss too much with this. I'm not going to fuss with this. It's too small to do anything. I don't need this. This is good. Maybe I would give this part of her face now, because the paint is dry. Just darken this part a bit, because she's inside the booth. So some of the highlights, the face shouldn't be highlighted too much because she's inside. Sorry, I have to turn it around because I can't get that jaw. All right, got it. All righty. I'm gonna take burnt sienna, a little bit of burnt sienna, and maybe give her a. Oh no, it's not gonna show. I added tiny bit of the cadmium red light with burnt sienna, and I'm gonna try to put some lips. Oh dear. Okay. Oh, this is funny. Okay. All right, let's fix her mouth. Skin tone again. And paint around her mouth. I'm going to highlight the burnt sienna. Okay. And try to put it on her lips. Because right now it's looking really dark.
Sorry, Leia, I left at the door.
No problem. All good?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
See
Thank
you.
you.
You're welcome. Bye, John.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Again, the mouth is much better because it's not dark, very dark. So I'm going to highlight over the underneath the nose and upper lip and right here, and really leave it, and then I'm going to leave it. Okay, now the hand is dry, so I can go back and add some highlights. Okay. It's just too much highlight in here. Okay, there we go. Better. Okay. Awesome. All right, I'm not going to fuss with the hands. I'm going to put the vase, paint the vase, so we can see the hand. So for me to see the hand, I need to put a darker vase color. Otherwise, it will just kind of blend too much with the hand, and it doesn't have to be too dark. Maybe a nice bluish cerulean blue with white. Let's try and see if it looks good. If it doesn't, here, I'll go. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of green in it. Yep, it's a bluish kind of green. Soft blue green with, it's cerulean blue, a little bit of sap green and white. And let's paint this vase and see. Oh, I like this color. It's good. Okay. Let's let it dry a bit. And then highlight it. Because it's going to dry darker. Actually, I like it the way it is. I don't want to highlight it. I'm going to wait for it to dry more. Meanwhile, I will adjust the shape of this vase using negative painting. All right, good color. I think she needs a thumb. It looks funny the way it is right now, her hand. All right, let's see how we're going to do that. If I'm going to manage to put another detail here. If it doesn't work, I'll paint it again the color of the vase, so it doesn't matter. Take the vase color again and reshape a bit that thumb because it's very thick right now, and just reshape it a bit at the bottom, just the bottom part. All right. Okay. That's not bad. All right, I'm going to stop for a minute and take a break. Okay, so for the her clothes, I'm going to be using cadmium red light, raw umber, and white. And I'm just going to start putting shirt color. And a bit of pink will be nice in here. And first layer. Let me see. Okay. All right, let's extend her arm a bit. And then I'll highlight. Okay. I take a little bit more white, put it on, put it in the pink, and let's highlight. So I'm going to highlight this part a bit, and I'm going to highlight the shoulder arm. I don't want to highlight the whole thing because there's a darker part right here underneath her arm. Okay, let's go a little bit darker again. And kind of okay, let's take a bit of more raw umber with this color and just go over here, darken that, darken this part. Okay, highlight. I will fix this highlight a bit once it's dry. Again, what I'm doing is I'm looking at the black and white to see where the darks are and where the, the lights and darks and my value. This black and white is showing me most of the value in there, which is great. So I see here shoulder turns, darker, and most of the highlight is only the upper arm. It comes forward. So I can't, for some reason, I'm not able to highlight the upper arm right now, but I'll let it dry and then I'll do that again. Meanwhile, I'm going to take burnt umber and white and do the apron. Burnt umber, some white, it doesn't have to be dark, just a simple apron. All right, I'm going to go a little bit darker so I can put some folds in there. So just a bit darker with the burnt umber. And eventually what I'm going to do is highlight showing folds. So now it's all straight. So what I'm going to do is give it a bit of movement like this. Right, and you'll see, once I do this, you will see how it looks with the highlight. Okay, this is good. I'm gonna go back to the arm. Let's put some fresh red. Raw umber, red, and white. I actually can do the same, I think, with the with the highlight, maybe a little bit of something like this. Okay. I don't know why the paint doesn't want to stick on this part, but okay, it's fine. All right. All right, let's take the brown again, burnt umber and white, and try to highlight the apron. So I'm going to highlight starting from this part in. Again, a little bit more white onto the burnt umber, and again, a little bit of movement here. Oops. All right. I want to leave this part darker, in the back darker, and then highlight more in the front. I don't have to. It's very small painting. There's no need to do that if you don't want to. Okay, now, oh, okay, see, all right, see, this is too wide, I should curve it a bit. So I'm going to take burnt umber with a bit of raw umber, this color, and then curve this like that. That's better. See, that's much better. Makes a big difference. Okay, there we go. Perfect. She does have the kind of a knot or something for the apron somewhere here, but honestly, I'm not going to bother with this. I would put it here, personally, but I don't know if it's necessary. It's not going to do anything. All right, that's it. Okay, hardest part is done. The lady in the booth. So next week should be more fun to paint this. We'll probably start with the pot and the floor. And yeah, next week we'll start with a different part of this painting. All right.